So how many of y'all know what a tripwire is? Give me a 1 if you know what a tripwire is, or no. No for 2. Awesome. How many of you actually have tripwire? Give me a 1 if you do. What's your tripwire? What is it? Is it an audit? Is it an ebook? What is it? Just out of curiosity, because I know normally we just sit here and talk, but I kind of want to know, get some input from you guys, some back and forth, okay? Heat map, awesome. Audits, audit. Glad to see guys using audits. It's a method I teach. I want to be an audit. I want it to be an audit with a heat map. That's a good one. Thank you. Okay. How many now the next question? How many of you have actually got your Facebook profile optimized and have your tripwire attached to it as the free giveaway? In other words, you have a CTA, a call to action. It says click here, they click there, and then it links over or has in the description of that image, it has a link to your tripwire. Ding, 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 ding. This is where everybody messes up. So you want me to give you homework, things I've went over before, you need to get your profile optimized. Then once you get your profile optimized, you have your tripwire. Once you have your tripwire, then you start going into groups and doing what we're going, what I've talked about before, which is giving value, answering questions, and that will drum up organic leads. Okay. Give me 1 second. So this is why we do the tripwire. Tripwire is to do what? Optimize our profile, optimize our profile on LinkedIn, optimize our profile on Facebook, etc. TikTok, everything, and all of it goes to your tripwire. Right? Follow me so far. Graham says mine goes to my homepage, but I need to set up a lander or offer. I'm having trouble setting up email on my domain. None of which has to do with your tripwire. Just saying. Your tripwire doesn't even have to have a domain. It doesn't have to have an email. I mean, all those things are nice. Yes, you want the autoresponders and stuff set up, but you don't have to have it to actually start working. The key is to start. So when I say an optimized profile, I'm going to say like this, give you an example. I'll show you mine. So if you go to my profile, it has this, right? If you click on it, even though you know the image is not clickable, you click on it and tells you exactly what I want you to do. That's my CTA. My CTA then goes over here. It doesn't have to be set up that way, but you can set it up that way. Okay. Then if I was to go on your profile, almost everything you see is going to be business related or personal. It's just usually something that's a call to action. It's always business related, usually, with a CTA. So that's what you need as your tripwire. Then even if you go up to the top, underneath my featured images, you'll see I do a free, no BS GMB audit. Click the link above. So I even have my featured images optimized. So now Tripwire, I'm going to go over this. I normally don't do slideshows, but I will. Can you explain what a tripwire is? A tripwire is I'm giving away something of free value. I will be going over it in a little bit with a slideshow, but Patrick, I don't have Stripe set up. Has nothing to do with Tripwire. Tripwires will be given away for free. So let's go ahead and start. So your Tripwires are to have your ideal customers begging for more. It's to attract ideal customers, because without ideal customers or more customers, customers are the lifeblood of your company. Without more sales, without more cash flow, you will die as a business. Okay, so the key is getting more customers in, and this is one of the ways in which we're going to do so. The biggest difference between a successful business and those that fail is your ability or lack thereof to attract new customers. How many of you would say that one of your biggest issues is attracting new customers? Give me a one. Y'all can see my screen, correct? Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Great. And as the meme says, it's funny, but it is true. A lot of people look at their business and compare it to somebody else and say, well, I'm a better SEO, I'm a better marketer, or I'm better at web design, but yet you're not making that much money. And they think, well, why is that? Because there's other things going on underneath the iceberg, if you will, underneath the water that they don't see. One of which generally is tripwires and offers or lead magnets. Tripwires are also called lead magnets. It's something that I have in the water, if you will, to attract new customers. Is someone that's fishing with one rod going to catch more than someone that's, got 20 rods in the line in the water? So our goal with tripwires and lead magnets is get more, if you will, bait and lines in the water to attract more customers. By attracting more customers, get more lifeblood or cash flow flowing in the business. Okay. You have to have a system in place to attract new customers. Most businesses, most biggest business mistake is you are focusing only on your current customers. You focus only on your current customers, right? And that's all people do. It's like, these are my customers. They don't think about any new customers or referrals or anything. If you want to make it and not shut your business down, you have to be a machine when it comes to generating business and customers and new clients and leads. Okay, this is where people have said, William, you're like a machine because I produce so much content. Well, my content is my lead magnets. It's part of it, keeping your name out there. Be unabashedly self-promoting. I'm the best SEO, period. I'm the best at whatever you do, period. I don't care who's been doing it longer, right? What is a tripwire? So this goes back to your question. I believe it was Patrick. No, Justin. What is a tripwire? It is an irresistible offer that will have your potential clients or prospects begging for more. It's giving in exchange for their information, usually their email address and their name. I don't want, you could get their phone number, but generally their email address and their name. Any more than that, people usually won't do it. So what's the number one thing you think you should be doing if you don't have a list of emails? If you're starting out in business and you don't have a list of emails, the very first thing you should be doing is building up your list. One of the ways, exactly, Craig, get a list. One of the ways we build up our list is through tripwires. Like I have close to 30 tripwires, right? 30. So I got about 20 something ebooks, about 30 tripwires. So I definitely believe in them. I've definitely invested in them. So you need to do so as well. Tripwire could be anything from an audit to an ebook. I use ebooks. If you go on my ClickFunnels account, you'll see I got ebook after ebook after ebook after ebook after ebook, and they're all free giveaways. Same thing. That's how I built my list when I first met like George or Graham in the class. He remembers I was giving away free ebook free 5-day boot camp, free webinars, all types of things. Okay. The most important thing about a lead magnet is you have to solve a specific issue. A lead magnet is not to be general. In other words, you want to go, you can go in there and I can create lead magnets for, let's say, contractors when it comes to renovation, flooring contractors, carpet cleaning contractors, etc. So you have, but you need to solve a specific problem. What's their specific problem that you can solve? And you got to target an audience, one audience, not a mass audience. Okay. Thank you, James. So most people, what they do is they come in and they think about, well, they don't think nothing about this. They just, I'm just doing an SEO audit. Well, what's the SEO audit supposed to do? Who's it targeting? Who's your ideal client? Who's your ideal customer? Who's your audience? Marketing. What most people have no clue. What is marketing? Marketing is simply a message. What's your message? What's your market? And what's your media? What's your message? What's your market? And what is your media? Your media is how you're getting that across, whether that's through SEO, blogs, videos, billboards, radio, newspaper, whatever it is, it's media. So that is marketing. Okay. Now, the goal of a Tripwire is to get as many targets or potential targets or clients to see your service or your offer. You're going to get their interest and get them to say, yes, that's me, or hell no, it's not me. I'm not interested. But generally speaking, you want them to at least say, yeah, I'm interested. They may have never known you. And this is where we're taking cold traffic and making it warm traffic, where we're saying, hey, my name is William. I know you've never heard of me as an SEO or whatever service you're offering or web design, but hey, this is me. And it's real simple. And I'll show you a couple of them. Let me pop up some of them once we get done here. But that's all you're really trying to do is you're not trying to sell them. You're not trying to get them to buy from you. None of that. You're just trying to get them to opt in. And I'm going to show you what a lead magnet looks like, so you can get an idea before we go a little bit further. Okay. So everybody's into Yelp. I'm going to pull one up that's on for Yelp that I got. All right, this is a simple one. Can you see that? Give me a 1 if you can. It should say my big, beautiful face on it with a Yelp image. Awesome. As a business owner, you definitely must have heard about Yelp, but do you know how powerful this review site can be when it comes to promoting your local business? Has all this, download for free, pops up, they fill up their information, download for free, then they can download my ebook. You understand the point? That's all it is, real simple. Real simple. I have plenty of these. So, and then we'll have some for, let's say, how to leverage your social media. I'll show you that one. Maybe I'm trying to target people that are interested in their social media or whatever. Social media. I'm just trying to get people to opt in to my lists. And then every one of those are lists that are for each specific ebook or tripwire. And they're segmented. Segmenting mean I want to know where they came from. Did they come from an ad I was doing on Facebook about social media management, SEO, free audit, contractors, lawyers, doctors? Who was it? Who were they coming from? Okay. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. This part's extremely important because statistically it takes 5 touches, 5, before someone will ever buy from you. And the Tripwire is the first touch. It's the way in which we get new leads into our business ecosystem. They get into your world, into your business. Justin asked, what would be a good tripwire for a basement finishing lead gen? So a lot of times you're like, well, how can I write an ebook? How can I solve a problem? So I go to Quora and I want to know what are the problems or questions people have when it comes to, in your case, basement finishing, whatever it may be, roofer, lawyer, doctor, whatever, pain clinic, all of it. You can go to Quora and you can find out what are people actually already talking about. Because what people are talking about is what you want to talk about yourself. You want to step into the conversation that's already happening, not try to create, a new will or a new conversation. Every lead magnet I have its own ClickFunnels page for, every single one of them. So yes, Patrick, on that one. So question, why do you think Tripwire is so effective? Give me y'all's answer. What do you think? I'm gonna drink some tea while y'all are giving me some answers. Larger footprint, that's a good one, James. Provides something they're interested in getting for free, correct? And builds trust. That's a really good one, Glenn. So for the most part, promises to solve a problem. It's leverage in a sense. It begins creating value, correct? Because those people are looking for a free solution. Not necessarily looking for a free solution. It's that they're looking for the solution that you have and they don't know you. So you're trying to get them to know you. Yeah, giving or trust before you ask, and it builds trust. They trust you. One of the things is when you start getting people into your list, and that's what you're doing here. We're building a list. You build the list. Why? So I can give them value, so I can warm them up to me, so they can begin to get to know me. People never buy your solution. They never buy your service. They buy you. If I can trust you, I will buy from you. If I can, I won't. You can also, once you're done building up this list, Glenn brings up a good point, is you build up this list. Now you have a list of thousands of emails. Like I have 100-something thousand. I can now retarget using Facebook ads. I can create lookalike audiences. I can do all types of stuff because these same people have friends that are probably in the same niche and industry as them. Okay. Patrick says, showing you can help them by actually helping them. Frank Kern, exactly. Frank Kern's one of the guys I listen to. So exactly. Craig says, you've now made your own lake to fish in. Okay. Let's go to the next one. It attracts a response from your target prospect. So you're getting them to say yes or no. I want to say yes or no. Either one, yes or no. Traffic is never the problem. Most people say, well, I have this offer and it's amazing. And, it must be the traffic. I ain't got enough traffic. Traffic's never the problem. I could turn traffic on, get ads and get traffic coming to you. It's always, your hook, what's your story, what's your offer. We'll get into that more on another day, but hook, story, offer. All right. The tripwires, they'll boost exponentially a response. Sorry about that. Exponentially response for all your media efforts. So every bit of media you're doing, whether it's social media posts, whether that's YouTube, whether that's TikToks, whatever it may be, it's going to boost your response. Okay. Am I running ads for my agency war room lead magnets? No, I have not. Have not even needed to. Um, it gets your prospects to willingly give you their contact information. And that's once again important because we can create retargeting or lookalike audiences based off of that information. Okay. Any questions so far? Drink some tea, wait on you guys. For those of you who know me, you know I never drink tea, so you definitely know I'm not feeling that great. All right, let's go to the next. When they receive your tripwire, it puts them into direct contact with your solution, right? You know they were looking for that solution. Now you've given them direct contact to yourself, and you now have them in your business ecosystem. So you can email them, whether that's on a regular, weekly basis, daily basis, monthly basis. You have to determine how often you're going to be in communication with these new leads that are on your list. There are some email lists like I'm in that's for one, I have several, but one of which that I read religiously every day. And those I get every single day. Sometimes from the same guy, I'll get 2 or 3 in the same day. Does 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Patrick, if I use an SEO audit lead magnet and it works, how do you suggest I accept payments to work agreed to? Stripe. I won't use PayPal. Depending on how much money you're getting to, once you hit around 6 figures, and then if you get into double digit 6 figures, or if you will, you're going from 100,000 to 200,000, you need to start looking at having multiple accounts to run your money through. Because people don't like it when you start making money. That's just a fact of life. A tripwire introduces you as the expert in your specific niche for their specific problem. So now one of the other things I talk about is if you're not building your own Facebook group, you need to. So let's say you're going after roofers, you should have a business or a Facebook group on roofing marketing. If it's on, restoration marketing, or whatever it may be, that's what you need to have a group on. Why? Because now I'm pushing everyone to that group, because what will happen is I now then have, as Craig put it in fishing terms, I now have my own lake, my own pond where I'm stocking fish, that anytime I have an offer, I can drop the offer, and it's another list, if you will, where I can drop my offers and get traffic from. On top of it, it is introducing you, and you're creating a persona as you are the expert in that field. Let's say it's roofing marketing, plumbing marketing, whatever it may be. You're now the expert in that specific niche, solving that specific problem. Also, by giving away tripwires, you're establishing credibility, like we're talking about trust, but you do so with social proof, such as video testimonials, written testimonials, case studies. So when I now have this list, I can start sending them emails or automation emails in which it goes, maybe one day it's a testimonial. That's why I love testimonials. I grab testimonials all the time, because then I blast them out to my email list. Say, hey, look at this person. They just applied one thing that I taught them and they're already at 6 figures, or this one thing in the first 2 weeks it's at 15K, or hey, this person just started working with us and they already got 3 new clients, whatever it may be. This is one of the reasons why I do it, because it establishes credibility and trust. Tripwires create a buying environment in the mind of the prospect, directs them to you as the best solution for their needs. So now they came in, they got something for free, you're building trust, you're giving them social proof, right? And then on top of it, and now, yeah, I'm looking for a plumber to do whatever, or a roofer to do whatever, or I'm a business that needs more leads for my doctor practice, whatever it may be, from a medical practice. You're now getting them into an environment where they're looking to buy, they're looking for a solution, and you're the solution and you're the expert. And it's also directing you to them, or them to you as the expert for solving that problem. Any questions, guys? Okay, I'll keep moving on. Types of tripwires. Thank you, James. Ebooks, cheat sheets, spreadsheets, webinars, treatments, quizzes, surveys. Quizzes and surveys is one of the best ones I think there is, really. You'll see on these Facebook or social media, a lot of times it says, these people do these quizzes, and then it says you're going to be married to this person, or some crazy foolishness. All that is a quiz or a survey. And they just got your information. They got into your world. So you basically equivalently gave them information. Now they can start showing you ads and stuff like that. Ebooks, cheat sheets, spreadsheets. I do a lot. Every one of my YouTube videos are usually attached to a spreadsheet. Comment below for a free spreadsheet. Comment below. You ever watch my YouTube videos? I do that all the time religiously. Shane, which is better, a niche group or one that's focused on GMB SEO? Niche group. I would say a niche group. Let's say if you're going after roofers, there's so many GMB SEO groups. Or SEO in general. Just go into the regular SEO groups and start giving value there. It's good to have your reputation done all over. So when they get value from the Tripwire and retarget, they check you out online before considering buying. Bingo. Contractors. What type of spreadsheet would I offer to contractors? So once again, I would go to Quora, find out what questions or problems people are having, and develop a Tripwire based off of the problems people are having. Let's say if it was a roofer and I was targeting roofing leads, or, specifically new roofing clients, I could make a headline or something that says something along the lines like, read this before buying that new roof, or read this to save, 10 grand on roofing mistakes. Some pain points is what I want my headlines usually to be. What type of spreadsheet? So that just depends on their information, what the problem is. But believe it or not, you can go into Quora, you can go to Facebook groups, and just type in, problem, help, and you'll see a lot of times people having issues, and you just step into that conversation. You don't have to try to create a new conversation. So what should your Tripwire? Quora is spelled Q, this right here. Quora. I guess go help. What's the best way to handle a roofing contract that doesn't return calls due to high local demand? What's the purpose of rear end of a roofing hammer? You could find or problem roofing. Problem. And I'll pull up questions that people are having. Have you ever had a roofer say they may find underlying structural problems mid-job before another contractor? So I'm looking at all these questions or problems people are having. So that's Quora. It's spelled Quora. What should your Tripwire consist of? It should consist of what's the end outcome they can expect from applying your solution and your expertise. Like the one I showed you on Yelp. What is the end outcome in that? The end outcome is optimizing your Yelp listing. Why? So you can get more leads. Okay. So the end outcome they can expect from applying whatever solution you're giving. That's why I said it has a specific problem it's trying to solve and a specific solution. It's not a general thing. It's not, I'm here to save everybody's problem. If you try to save everybody, you're going to save nobody. It must contain your story. What I mean by your story, what makes you different from everybody else? What's your battle scars? What's your war wounds? Specifically, what have you overcome to get where you are today? I'm trying to get them to be attached to you. The Tripwire is there to get them into your business ecosystem, and they're attached to your business ecosystem by buying into you, not necessarily your solution, not necessarily your product, but people buy because they trust you, not because of your fucking product. Most of the times people, don't even come to you. I have people that come to me, never buy from me, yet they're some of the biggest clientele I have because they send tons of people, tons of leads because they love me. You have to find your voice. This is one thing me and Jason talk about. How do you find your voice, your story? You find it by getting and putting yourself out there. The problem is most people don't want to put themselves out there because the moment you do, you start getting attacked by the devil. I don't care who you are, what you believe, that's what happens. Put yourself out there. You got people on the inside attack you, outside attack you, your own team will attack you. So this is why most people don't do it. But having a story like that and having battle scars, people will then relate to you. It makes you relatable. Okay. Versus just you're some perfect marketing person that everybody loves and everything's perfect in your own little world that everybody shows on social media. Nobody gives a shit about that. What they want to know is, how are you different? I've shown many a times where I just go like, you know what? This week was a week from hell. I feel like giving up. Y'all hear me say that quite often. I don't hide any of it. This past week was one of them. A direct call to action. So your tripwire has to have a direct call to action, tells them exactly what you want them to do next once they reviewed the materials. So once I've went through the material, what should I do next? What should I do? Book a calendar call, a discovery call. DM me. Got any questions? DM me. Yeah. One of Jason said this. One of my favorite things to do is going to famous people and watching their old content before they found their voice. Gary Vee was terrible, bro. Trust me, it's terrible. In other words, Tate. Watch his old crap. So, but you have a direct call to action. What do you want them to do? You want them to call you, book a calendar appointment, reach out to me if you'd like for me to help you with this SEO issue. Like if I just saw them say, hey, is your website, are you still in business? Yes or no? They say, no, yeah, of course I'm still in business. Why? Then I say, well, this is why. And I send them a screenshot of how terrible their load page speed is, and then get a conversation going. And of course, when they write me back, I say, well, I can help you fix that. Sometimes for free, I'll help people. Steve Larson was terrible, and I love his shit. Steve Larson is one of the guys I listen to all the time, Patrick. You already know that, though. So, summary for your tripwire, you need to be specific. It has to solve a very specific solution. So, specific problem, a specific solution. The solution must be irresistible. Number 4, deliver immediate results. The faster, the better. Deliver immediate results. The faster, the better. Okay. Number 5, shift their point of view. Shift their point of view. Okay, and number 6, create rapid consumption of the material. Always over deliver, which is number 7. Number 8 is you got to write an awesome headline or title. And number 9 is a strong call to action. So your headline, in my opinion, should always be focused on their pain point. What is their pain point? You know, what's a specific pain someone has, whether that be your divorce counselor or you're trying to get leads for a business. What are this pain point? Almost all the time for a business, it's leads, you know, or systems. It's usually that. Go in TikTok profiles of high-end influencers use stay with me, uses your advice, would love your audit stay with me account. Nice. I'm printing that summary and posting it right above my monitor. That's solid advice. So, I mean, you always have to be specific, have one solution, must be irresistible, deliver immediate results. It's like, why immediate results? Well, would someone rather work out for a year to get in shape, or would someone rather go to the doctor and have liposuction? Generally, they'll pay the money to go have liposuction because it's fast results. Shift their point of view, get their point of view changed. I do that through social proof, because a lot of people, well, it won't work for me. Well, when you say it won't work for me and I'm targeting roofers, and then I show them some testimonials of people that are roofers in small country areas like him, he goes, oh, it does work for people like me. Create rapid consumption. In other words, I want them to download it, get it, immediate consumption. Always over deliver. And the headline should be awesome. Use Jarvis if you don't know, or Jasper now, whatever they're calling them. You know, create an awesome headline. And then a strong call to action. Once you're done, they should obviously have somewhere they're going. They should obviously have something that they're going to do. I don't want them just to read the material and disappear. Have them on an autoresponder email. I use Active Campaign. You can use Send in Blue. There's all types of things you can use. So that's it for today's lesson. If you got any questions, just drop them below. Ari, great session so far. For the free audits, I do what software do I use? How long do you typically say to give them to the client? A couple of days be fast enough. Yeah, a couple of days. I actually do it faster than that. So if someone wants an audit, I'll do them same day. Same day. I use, and I'll show you guys this so you can get it. And no, I'm not an affiliate of this. linkassistant.com. You can download the free version, but I use Rank Tracker and I use Website Auditor. And I use Spyglass, but mainly Website Auditor. Website Auditor, I can put in a domain name URL and I can simply audit the site. Another one is called My Website Auditor. Website Audit, Web Audit. This one right here. And this one right here will actually allow you to put this on your website like a pop-up, which is even better. So, but it doesn't give the thorough audit like I like. It's the only reason I don't use it a lot, but I'll show you like this one too. Show you real quick what it gives you. So for example, this one, let's view the website audit. So it literally puts it in a PowerPoint. Right, you see everything. It's nice and pretty. Tells you if they pass mobile friendly. What's their SEO like? Tells them why SEO is important. 93% of all begins with. Tells you how much. Right. Tells you their score, their problems. Right. So it's all good. Tells you they failed, passed. So it's telling them the problems. Then it gives them a CTA, call to action. Like I said, just another tripwire, my phone number, everything. So that's one that I use. I use Link Assistant in my website audit. I actually prefer the videos, Marcus, because what I'll do is I'll do the website audit, the backlink audit, the content audit, and then I know do a walkthrough of my Loom video, and then I show them on a GeoGrid where their competition's at and where they're at. And that's usually the deal closer. It's where I show them their competition's GeoGrid is green and theirs is red and yellow and oranges. They're like, oh shit. And then, at the very end, I literally, all my pitch is simply, if you need, bust out the Falcon, local Falcon. And I literally go, if you need help, let me know. And I use local Falcon to do my GeoGrids. That is it. I don't do any hard sales or anything like that. I just don't. I mean, other people do, I just don't. And I'll show them like that. Beautiful, nice little GeoGrid. Do I use GMB Crush? Not really, not too much anymore. But this is what I'll do. I'll show them this. This is in a 100-mile radius. 100-mile radius for bathroom modeling. It's not in a very competitive niche, but it's still 100 miles. Okay. But those are the main tools I use when I'm doing my audits for my Tripwire. Yep, it works and it sells. That's a fact. So I'll be putting this in the back end as soon as we get done here. Like I said, I'm not feeling too great, so I'm about to go into GMB. Done with this class. Next class coming up is going to be for all my war room students. So appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you soon. As usual, y'all have a good day and be blessed.